how important is, in fact, the work of an actor today, and I'd like to pose this to both of you, in terms of the commitment you have to your work, but also the commitment to bring to the audiences something that is significant and can change.
I identify myself as an actor, and it's not new day. When I went away, I've been working professionally now 49 years. So when I went away to train at conservatory at school, your teachers always referred to you as an actor. And a lot of the disciplines that we trained in, people like Stanislavski on forward, Grotowski, everybody referred to you as an actor. They never differentiated. It wasn't a masculine term. It was an identifying term for the student of the discipline. And so when I went to Hollywood, which doesn't exist, it's just a name. When I went to California to work in film, I trained on stage, I went to work in film, people were suddenly saying actress to me, and I just don't answer to it. I don't think, it's as if somebody is calling a different name, so I don't turn around. I'm not offended by it, but again, that was my generation. I'm in the baby boomers, and we were the first generation of American actors to go to conservatory. Before us, our great actors, that was the first generation, I think, that trained. They were at Neighborhood Playhouse, Actors Studio, and again, the people training them, and you can tell me those names,
yeah,
they identified as actors.
Yeah, because isn't the book called An Actor Prepares?
Yes.
That's the Stanislavski book,
Yes.
right? But I think at that time, probably it was because no one thought about women at all. So, I mean, maybe it's something that became habitual for us or what we identified with, but now, you know, I don't think there's any pejorative in being an actress versus an actor. It doesn't really bother me, except for when people want to pay me less because they're calling me something less. And these little differentiations are interesting, though, because I'm going to say this just because it's kind of funny, but Betty Davis, the generation before us, also had an opinion. 2 generations before us had an opinion about actors and actresses, and she said, an actress is more than a woman. An actor is less than a man. Now, I don't mean that that's necessarily true in the way we would think of it now, but there is something about the strength that it takes to be a woman not just in our business, but to move in the world in a free way. In her generation, most women had to not had to, but they were home, and not making money was a way to make money too, that generation. So it's a kind of little Betty Davis derogative, so I'm sorry, I couldn't resist to tell you that.
Things change like decade by decade in the film business, in the commercial film business. And so depending on where you are in the timeline and what is happening in the culture, it changes. And I'm in the older, the more experienced generation. We've gathered more years, say. In this generation, the way women were looked upon and dealt with in film, in the business end of film, was that to be called an actress meant you were idolized more, you were put up higher on the pedestal, but in the way that you do this kind of, like it's a show pony, like a hyper pony. So there's more adulation, but, you know, person to person, and in the business office when they're paying, the people they thought of as actresses, they thought of them as, you know, also somebody that couldn't be controlled and not in a good way on set. So you wouldn't say, you know, I'm your pilotress and we're going to be flying to Rome. You go like, whoa. So.